Welcome! I am Unapologetically Eric. You can find me on Facebook at Unapologetically Eric or on X at Eric Not Sorry. Thank you for checking me out. If you liked what you heard, I do have previous episodes and I have more to come. Like, follow, share, tell your friends, family. Please don't keep me your dirty little secret. How is everybody doing? As always, I am caffeinated, medicated, and never regulated, so let's fucking go, baby. I'm talking about racism in America today. That's right, the white guy with the shaved head is talking about racism. That's right. I just heard some anuses pucker. Mine was not one, because if you get offended easily, see ya. But if you stick around, I might make some points. I don't know. Make a comment after you listen to the episode. Anyways, racism is so prevalent in America, so prevalent that we have to make it up. That's right. Racism in America is so bad, people. It's everywhere. Don't you see it? It's around every corner. It's so bad. We have to make it up. Another race hoax. Another one. Yes. Another one. Now look, don't get me wrong. If this is the first time you're listening, yes, I am an asshole, but I am not an idiot. Does racism exist? Yes. Can we all say that together? Yes, racism exists. All humans are, I don't want to use the word bigoted, but we all have our opinions and views of certain people for whatever reason, whether it's taught by, an older adult while we were a child and we were brainwashed, or just, experiences. But all humans have just their opinions of people. We all do, and that's okay. And I've said it before. I don't care what somebody thinks or feels. I'm not the thought police. But at the end of the day, could you at least just be civil? That's all I ever ask. So I don't care what people think. Just be civil. But yes, real racism does exist. You will never legislate it away. You will never get rid of it because there will always, it's a cancer. It's always going to pop up. Someone's always going to think or believe something. Right? Okay. But yes, it does exist. And fortunately, through time, education and laws and yada, 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 the vast majority of Americans do not go out of their way to be an asshole to someone who doesn't look like them. Okay? Are there people that do? Yes. I am not an idiot. I am fully aware that does happen. Are there people that are called horrible racist slurs every day in this country? Yes. Of course. Just like people are called an asshole every day and someone flips the bird and someone gets into a car accident. As the world fucking turns. But is it like the way it was like in the 40s, 30s, 20s, 1880s? No. But as I said, you're not going to legislate it away. People are going to say stupid shit and think stupid shit. As long as more people don't do stupid shit, then good. But why do people need to make up stories that never happened on a topic that is so sensitive, that is genuinely important? Like if somebody claims racism, the word racist has been thrown around so much in the last 10 years in politics that it really has no meaning. So many years ago, I remember in the 90s, if someone called you a racist, you were like a pariah. Like, nobody wanted to be friends with you. Now it's like, yeah, okay, fine, yep, guess I am. Fuck off, I don't care. What? Because it's lost all meaning, which is not exactly a good thing, right? Yeah. Because being a genuine racist and, holding someone back based on skin color or some arbitrary bullshit is bullshit. But unfortunately, in my opinion, the word has lost all meaning in the last decade, sadly. So if somebody claims racism, I, you know, want to get to the bottom of it. If I was, a company owner, or if it was my friend or whatever, there should be an investigation and get to the bottom of it. Find that person, find them, fire them, suspend them, whatever. Get to the bottom of it, because that's fucked up, correct? Unfortunately, in recent memory, because racism is so rampant, it has to be made up. The stories have to be faked. So, one story in particular I'm going to read about led me actually to a second one I'm going to read about. And then I'm going to bring up some others that I recall. And then I'm going to go down another rabbit hole. So bear with me. Again, heavily medicated. This caffeine is awesome. So the story that caught my attention was about a Latarsha Brown. She is an employee in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and she's also a school board member. So I saw that she was arrested, and I was like, wait, what? So I looked into the story. On January 10th of 2025, Brown reported finding a noose on her desk at City Hall, prompting a criminal investigation involving the Allentown Police Department, Pennsylvania State Police Department, and the FBI. Oh. Initially treated as a potential hate crime, the incident sparked protests and outrage from community leaders and activists. Well, of course it did. Let's not let the dust settle before we start freaking out. However, the investigation took a turn when Brown, unlike her colleagues, refused to voluntarily provide a DNA sample and later requested that the investigation be discontinued. That right there is a red flag, because I don't know about you, but if someone was trying to send a message or even was trying to think they were being funny and relieving a noose on a fellow employee's desk, and that employee just happens to be black, I would be pissed. And then I would really question why my black coworker would not want to get to the bottom of it. I would be like, who are you protecting? Like, dude, that's fucked up what happened to you. Like, we should find out who did this. Interesting. Red flag, right? Okay. So, a search warrant was executed for her DNA, and on March 10th, 2025, forensic analysis from the Pennsylvania State Police confirmed that her DNA matched samples found on both the outer surface and inner knotted portion of the noose, with no other DNA profiles detected. On March 24th, 2025, Allentown police charged Brown with 2 misdemeanors: tampering with or fabricating physical evidence, 2nd degree, and making false reports to law enforcement, 3rd degree. These charges carry blah, blah, blah. So prevalent, we have to make a noose at home and put it on our desk and then go, oh my God, look what happened. Was her OnlyFans not getting any traction? She trying to do this for internet clout? Bro, there is real racism out there. When people do shit like this, it pisses me the fuck off. Because I know that there are people out there that every day hear shit or get treated like shit simply because of what physical form they were born into. And then you got assholes like this taking a very serious topic and making jokes. Just jokes. Like, this is fucking funny. Bro, really? That undermines, in my opinion, shit like this undermines the real shit people experience. How about the people in the past? The shit they dealt with and the real racism that people dealt with. not only in this country, but of course, globally, but specifically here in the U.S. We know what happened in the past. Not all of it is very, shiny and wonderful. Obviously, we know what the history was. To me, shit like this undermines what those people went through. What those people marched for, like genuinely marched. Not burn their fucking city down, but marched for. Then you have this fucking twat waffle doing shit like this. Like, bro, you have... I don't... It's how fucking despicable. Oh, but wait. There's more. While I was searching for this story, I found another one that's a few years old, but similar vein. And of course, this one really tickled my ass at the end. I don't know why I said that, sorry. But in July of 2019, Erica Thomas, a black female politician who, Georgia state representative, she claimed that a white man told her to go back where you came from during an altercation at a Publix supermarket. Ooh, yeah, that's a fucked up thing to say, right? Yeah, that's fucked up. The incident gained significant attention. Of course it did. I am sure there was a couple of reverends on camera. However, as Thomas was framing the incident as racist, the man involved, Eric Sparks, denied the accusation, stating he only called her a lazy little bitch. Oh, okay. Still not nice, but okay. Over a dispute about express lane usage and not a racial comment. God, how far we have fallen as a species. Surveillance footage and witness accounts did not corroborate Thomas's version of events, and she later admitted in a tearful video that she may have exaggerated or misremembered. Oh, I love those words. Oh, misspoke. Anyways, but yeah, she may have exaggerated or misremembered the exact words, though she felt racially targeted. So you didn't remember what happened, but it was racist anyways. Okay, all right. Lady, can I buy a bag off of you? Because it's better than my shit. Because you are high as fuck. And then I have a question. So, a white person yells at you, whether it's justified or not, I don't care. But this woman immediately assumed that because a white person was yelling at her, they were racist. Who's the fucking racist? That's my question, bitch. I mean, it's so prevalent. We have to make shit up. Why? Does anybody remember Jussie Smollett, whatever the schmuck, Jussie Schmuck? Anybody remember that? Yeah. Day one, when I heard that story, I went, bullshit. That never fucking happened. And I laughed at all of you when you changed, I stand with Jussie. You fucking gullible morons. Jussie Smollett, famous actor on a once famous TV show that he helped bury, claimed, now, a black man, I believe he's also gay, but regardless, a black man claims, while he was at night outside in the streets of Chicago, a black man in Chicago at night was approached by two white men with a noose and put the noose around his neck and yelled, "This is MAGA country." Dude, I have seen better written skits on SNL, and SNL fucking sucks. Don't do a screenplay. Just stick to reading and acting out. I didn't believe that story for a second. Oh, and then apparently when he went to the police department, he still had the noose around his neck. Now, I don't know about you, but if I was attacked by people and then they let me survive and ran away and I had some kind of something around my neck or my ankles or my feet, I'm pretty sure. Now, granted, I have not experienced this. I don't know what I would do genuinely, but I would like to think I would take them off. But perhaps in the adrenaline rush, he forgot. Well, gee, if you fast forward and, oh boy, he paid 2 guys to do that. It was a fucking hoax. Oh, but he went on this talk show, and there were riots, and not riots. I take that back. That's a lie. I don't think there was. But there were protests. There were, community activists, yelling in the streets, and for a lie. Because racism is so prevalent, we have to make it up. Now, don't get me wrong. If someone out there is speaking to you or treating you wrong or differently or improperly, or you're feeling uncomfortable simply because of how you look, speak up. I am right there with you. I don't care what your skin color is. I don't care. Okay? But we have to make the shit up. And then it blows my mind how so many people, you know how the internet is, right? It blows up. But it boggles my mind that so many talking heads, and I understand why, because they're making fucking money. Outrage makes money. It's what it is. But I like the people that go, okay, I don't know all the facts. Let's give it a few days. However, and then they speculate. However, if the situation is this, then I would feel this, or I want to know that. There's nothing wrong with speculation, but there are so many people, like someone just claims, oh my God, NASCAR is so racist. Do you know the black driver, Bubba Wallace? Someone hung a noose in his garage. They brought in the FBI. I'm not joking. They brought in the FBI because there was a noose in Bubba Wallace's garage. A NASCAR driver, a black NASCAR race car driver. It was a garage door pull rope. It's been there for years. It's not new, but it's shaped like something that might be something that perhaps maybe somebody They brought in the FBI, folks. Your tax dollars paid to discover a nothing. A pull rope for a garage door that's been there for years. But NASCAR is so racist, and America is so racist. We have to make shit up. And even definition of what racism is has changed in recent years. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, when I think of racism, I think of somebody not being given a job or somebody being beaten up because they look different. Bad shit. There are people out there, this is not a joke, there are people out there that believe if you look at them for more than 4 seconds, I think, you're being racist. It doesn't matter if the attractive black female is sitting, flipping through her phone at the food court, and the white guy sitting across the food court is looking at her going, damn, she is fucking fine. And he's trying to get the courage to go over and ask her for her digits. Oh, but he's looking at her for more than 4 seconds. She can point her finger and scream he's a racist? No, dude, that's insane. Okay, I understand staring at somebody for too long, it's creepy. I don't like being looked at in general. I get it. But are people believe that. Like that no, that's crazy. No, if he came over and threw a can of peas at your head and called you the N-word, that's racist. But him looking at you because, he thinks you're cute, okay, maybe he's creeping you out. You get up and leave, and okay, he missed a shot. Sucks to be him. But he thinks you're hot. What the fuck? You might not. You might be shooting down a guy that's like Prince Charming over some stupid thing. Come on, people. And I laugh when somebody says, "Well, racism is taught." Okay, yes, it is, but by who? Ha ha. I know a lot of people go, well, racism is taught at home, or it's taught in the family. Okay, sure. But it's not just white people that teach weird, goofy shit. There's a lot of people of all demographics that teach their children wild and goofy shit. Whether it's a nationality, or religion, or skin color. Sure, okay. It's taught at home. But what about personal experiences? I mean, I know of some people who forever, for as long as I can remember, were the most open-minded individuals you would ever come across. They weren't nauseating like over the top. This, back in the 90s. But they were super open-minded, loved everybody, friends with this and that, whatever. Well, they had an experience I'm not going to get into. It involved people that don't look like them. Ever since then, their view has not changed. However, in certain situations, like walking through a parking lot, like after a concert or a ball game, they will feel a little uneasy if surrounded by certain types of people, because memories come back. PTSD stuff comes back. This person still is the same person, but someone that wouldn't know their experience, nor should they, it's none of anybody's fucking business, but they would look at them and be like, why are you clutching your purse? What are you, racist? What are you, a bigot? What, you think somebody's going to rob you and mug you? Hey, everybody, this person's a piece of shit. You don't know how they feel or why they feel. Right? Right. Just like we can sit there and discuss how certain demographics of the country back the blue. Certain demographics across our country, not so much. They have a difference of opinion. Also, where does that come from? Well, that's what's taught in the home. Okay, but what about learned experience, like things you've witnessed happen to your friends? You got pulled over with your buddies with weed. The cop said, boys, throw it out, get going. See ya at T-ball or whatever. And then another experience was get out of the car, on the ground, cuffs, book, fingerprint, and file. Okay, so you can be taught racist stuff at home and bigoted things at home from parents and loved ones and friends and family, of course. But you also learn from life experience. But then another thing that has dawned on me over the years is not just learned to not necessarily hate, but people are taught to be overly sensitive, to look for stuff. My example a few minutes ago of someone stares at you for more than 4 seconds, they're being racist. You gotta look for stuff. Again, it's so prevalent, it's so in your face, it's so everywhere that you have to be taught how to look for microaggressions. Things that someone doesn't even consciously know they're doing because they don't even know that in their soul they're racist, man. Yeah, people believe this. And of course, if you are taught to look for something, a hint of anything, you will find it. You will. Because you're hyper-focused on it. Okay, let's play a game. For anybody that's going, well, it's a... Look, I am not... I sure hope I've gotten my point across that I am not undermining real racism. I'm not saying that, it doesn't exist. And if you have experienced it, bummer, dude. I'm sorry. I have too. I've got stories too. We've all got stories. I just don't let them affect me every day. I don't focus on shit. So let's play a game, okay? Let's play a game. The next time you go shopping, I don't care where. You go to Walmart, you go to a grocery store, I don't know. I don't care. Let's say it's a busy day. It's not crazy. It's not Black Friday crazy, but it's busy. There's a storm coming in 3 days and people, smart ones are getting out early. Okay. Go through the store and do your shopping. Do your thing. You spend a half hour in the store, whatever. When you get out, message me, and I'm going to ask you a question. And you're not going to know the answer. And no, I'm not going to ask you some weird, like, what was the price on the can that was on the third? No. I'm not going to ask you some weird bonker question. No, I'm going to ask you something I know you can't answer. I can't answer it either. But had you been told to pay attention, then you would probably not be accurate, but you would be a hell of a lot more accurate than had you just DM'd me and I asked you the question. So what I mean is, okay, you go through the store, you DM me, and you go, okay, I'm sitting in my car. What now, asshole? Okay. How many women in the store were wearing high heels? Oh, wow. You have no idea, right? No clue. But had I told you before you went in the store, keep an eye out for women wearing high heels. When you came out of the store, you would text me a number. You may be right on or off by a couple, but you would be pretty close. Or here up in New England, one of the regular listeners, hey, Newington, shout out to you. I don't know who you are, but okay, the next time you go to the big box store, walk through it, get in your car when you're done, DM me, and I'm going to ask you a question. Being here in New England, I'm going to say, okay, how many people in the store were wearing Yankee shirts or Yankee jersey, Yankee apparel of any kind, a hat, shoes, I don't care. You're going to go, I don't fucking know. Maybe you saw a couple. You saw a Jeter or a DiMaggio, maybe caught your eye. But you don't know. You're going to say, I don't know, 4. And probably the number is like 17. You have no idea. But before you went into that store and I said, keep an eye out for Yankee jerseys, you're going to come out and go, oh, yeah, there was like 15 of them. Because you're looking for it. That is what people are being taught now. Not only in colleges, but all the way down. Children are being taught to hate themselves and to hate other people, but mainly to hate themselves because of what physical structure their soul was put into. This is really happening, and it's sad, and it's devastating. Oh, you have to look for this, and and microaggressions, and shut the fuck up, dude. There are people that are cool in all shapes and sizes and colors, and there's assholes in all cool, shapes and sizes and colors. Children and adults alike. But if you start pointing things out like, hey, do you notice that? Do you notice that? Do you notice that? That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Have you ever sat and just watched kids play at a playground? I know it's erotic, but bonerific aside, I'm kidding. It's a joke, okay? I know it's a serious subject. I got to make some jokes every once in a while. Come on, forgive me. But if you sit and watch kids play, boys, girls, black, white, Hispanic, the whole rainbow is there. They're all playing. After a while, you'll notice that some kids play with some kids and some other kids play separate. And why is that? Well, they must be racist. No. Some kids don't want to play in the sandbox. Some want to play on the swings, so that's what they're doing. They all don't have to be in the sandbox at once. They all don't have to be on the swings at once. Or perhaps one kid is just a douchebag and the other kids don't want to hang out with them. Regardless of what they look like, their personality is a dick. But you see that with kids. They don't give a fuck what you look like or who you are. Are you cool? Do you want to play? You want to play toys? You want to play in the same? They don't care. And yes, kids will ask oh my God, offensive question. Kids are learning. Kids ask innocent questions that adults, weak-minded adults, will get offended over. Such as let's say a 5-year-old white kid asking a 5-year-old black kid, why is your skin so dark? Oh my God, I can't believe he asked. Maybe the kid doesn't know. He's never heard of melanin before. Perhaps he doesn't have a black person in his family, and this is the first time he's played with another black boy. He has a question. You look different than me. Do you know why you look different than me? It's a simple, genuinely innocent question. But so many adults, we go all butthurt instead of just explaining to them that's because that's just how we're fucking made, kid. We're all a little bit different. Is that kid look different than you? Sure. But are they nice? Yeah. Yeah, all right. Are they fun to hang out with? They make you laugh? Yeah, they're fun. Okay, good. Then run along. Go have fun with your friend. Because it doesn't matter, right? Are they cool? All right. That's how you teach them. It doesn't matter, but they're going to ask the questions. Like I said many times, racism is real. But why the fuck do these people make this shit up? And how and why do they get away with it? Why are they allowed to get away with it? Oh, I felt... Really? Really? You wouldn't have said shit unless it blew up in your face. All of these people lied about serious shit. They made serious allegations. People have lost their jobs because of allegations like this. Very serious allegations about a very serious issue. And they only cry when they get caught. Fucking pathetic. If you have experienced racism, that sucks. Really. That sucks. It's bullshit. It does suck. I know. I've been on that end. I'm not going to get into it. It's not important. It does. It sucks. Getting looked at simply because you're fucking different. I get it. It sucks. Makes you feel... Ugh. But when you hear of someone making up a story, when you have had a genuine experience, whether it was you were thrown out of a store because somebody accused you of stealing, or you weren't given a job because of... If you have experienced yourself, or someone in your family, maybe you're a relative of a civil rights leader that, marched with MLK back in the day. Maybe, I don't know. But they've got stories, right? How does it make you feel to know that you or someone you know has had a genuine experience of people being pieces of shit, and then you have somebody like this making up a lie for either clout, political gain, money, notoriety? I don't know. How does that make you feel? Because it pisses me off. That's bullshit. I mean, recently, I think in 2024, I know it was 2024. I don't remember where. I want to say it was a high school. It might have been a college. It wasn't like a big name. It wasn't like Notre Dame or anything. But there was a girls' volleyball or I think it was basketball game. Now, it's a gymnasium with, I don't know, a couple hundred people in it. I mean, it's a basketball game. You got the players, you got the coaches, you get the refs, concessions, cheerleaders, parents, students, right? Well, I remember seeing on ESPN, Yeah, golden microphone for reporting there. And other locations where this female, a black female athlete, claimed that someone in the stands, I believe they either were visiting, again, the details I'm fuzzy on, you can look it up. But she made the claim that a fan from the stands screamed out the N-word in her direction twice. And don't quote me on twice. I know it was just multiple times. So she heard someone yell the N-word at her, or just in general, at a sporting event where there's a few hundred people in 2024. Really? I'm supposed to believe that in the year 2024, in the United States, in a high school or college, whatever, basketball game, where I am sure there is more than one non-white person there, that someone yelled out the king of kings when it comes to racial slurs. And nobody but you heard it. Nobody. Nobody in the stands heard it. Not one person turned to correct that individual in 2024. Maybe 1984, maybe 1924, but not in 2024. Had somebody actually done that, I'm not a gambler, but I am willing to put money down that someone would have turned around and said, "What the fuck did you just say?" I am sure of it. I am not saying people would get violent. I'm not saying there would be any physical altercation, but I am sure there would be video of someone berating another human being for using such language. But there wasn't one, and nobody else heard it. It was a hoax. Of course it was. It was 2024. Like I said, nobody would have... No, please, people, please. Someone would have said something. There would be video of it, that's for sure. So it was a fucking lie. And right from the jump, I knew she's fucking lying. Why? Why do you have to lie? Why? I don't get it. Well, if you are constantly being told that the world is against you and that you are a victim, that I guess is what you will always focus on. And when you realize the world isn't 100% against you, because, life is hard, and that racism isn't around every corner, I guess then you just gotta fucking make it up, I guess. I find that fucking despicable. I really do. Because some people have seriously... people have died because of racism. And somebody makes these fucking stories up. It's bullshit. They should be just dragged on the internet every day. Oh, I remember you. Yeah, you're that lying piece of shit. You want to hear a real story? Tell them your story. Tell them your experience. Tell them your family's experience. Make them feel like a bigger piece of shit than they already are. All right. I think I'm going to wrap it up now. Enough of my ramblings, I believe. So, did you make it this far? How do you feel? Do you agree, disagree, hate me? Okay, cool. Join the fucking party boat. I'll get you tickets. Thank you for tuning in. If you are a regular, thank you as always. If you are a first-time listener, there will be more, and there are previous episodes. Please check them out. So until next time, everybody, please be cool. Just be cool. It's getting warmer out. It's getting nicer out. Can we just all fucking, can we all just get along? Keeping you.